Welcome to Tomsk, to the special economic zone of technical and innovative type. It is the only zone of the four which is situated beyond the Urals, in the very center of Russia. The territory of over 200 hectares is the zone creating a positive environment for investments, access to markets and great potential of the two continents at once, Europe and Asia. Land plots with the infrastructure provided out of state funds as well as the group of buildings and facilities are ready for hosting innovative business. Special conditions guaranteed for entrepreneurs under federal law on special economic zones include tax, customs and administrative privileges, transport and convenient mechanism for leasing of offices and laboratories. There were, I guess, 32 regions competing to the right to set up the technical and innovative zone. And only 4 winners. When something new is created, it is for Moscow. If there are 2 places, then the second one will be for St. Petersburg. The third place would seem to be for Moscow Oblast, as it has a lot of science towns and so on. We were among those who were struggling for the 4th place, along with Novosibirsk, Tatarstan, Krasnoyarsk, Irkutsk. Why Tomsk? Because it is a historical and intellectual center of Siberia and geographical center of Russia, situated right in the middle between Moscow and Vladivostok. Tomsk is a unique city where one can find both the wisdom of centuries and the energy of youth. Tomsk is one of the leading Russian centers of education and science. It is here where the university and the technological institute were the first to be founded beyond the Urals. Today, they both have the status of national research and innovative universities. Nowadays, the educational potential of Tomsk Oblast comprises 7 state universities, 3 institutes, 11 branches of higher educational institutions of other cities, state scientific institutions, international educational and research centers. Graduates of Tomsk universities, being young and enthusiastic, are likely to become the most valuable resource, personnel resource for the SEZ residents.
The most important thing about Tomsk, which makes the city different from other regions, is its scientific and educational potential, focused especially on applied research and development. It means that there is science working for the benefit of business and very often under its orders. It's notable that in 2011, the total turnover of scientific and educational complex in Tomsk Oblast was beyond 22.5 billion rubles, and a little more than half of the money was off budget, earned by Tomsk academic institutes and universities.
Tomsk Special Economic Zone is located on the 2 sides. The northern side, situated in close proximity to facilities of Tomsk-Neftekhim, and the southern side, situated near Akademgorodok. The Special Economic Zone territory has good transport accessibility. It takes 20 to 30 minutes to get to either side from the city center. The northern side is of 14 hectares with additional 62 hectares reserved for potential investors' projects. The site is principally meant for facilities of innovative businesses. The area of southern side is 192 hectares. Additional 77 hectares are being reserved. The residents have an opportunity to lease high-grade offices and laboratories. The residents are provided with 1 to 4 hectares land plots, with all the necessary utilities included: central heating, electricity, gas, water, telecommunications, for the construction of their own buildings. The price for utility connections is minimal. The special zone ensures special conditions. According to the estimates of the Minister of Economic Development and Trade, all privileges concerning tax, customs, land and the use of the infrastructure built out of the state funds can reduce investor expenses for a project by almost 30%. It is a very important advantage compared to the Russian Federation practice so far. Investors have had to buy land plots by auction, take a long time over agreeing on technical specification with monopolistic companies, spend a good deal of money on construction of utility networks and infrastructure. We believe that the time saving is about 2-3 years. Besides, the free customs zone regime in the SEZ territory helps reduce significantly the time spent on cargo execution and provides proper benefits. For example, import customs duties for the SEZ residents are 0%, property tax and transport tax for 10 years are 0%. Profit tax and social security fees are substantially lower.
Не платят резидент, когда помещают.
Under the free customs zone regime, the resident does not pay export duty or import duty and consequently VAT. So the goods are exempt from at least 18 to 35 of its cost. Therefore, the regime of a free customs zone facilitates profitable siting in the SEZ territory of high-tech enterprises, the construction of which demands the import of expensive equipment, raw and building materials, components from abroad. In case Russian goods are transported from one SEZ to another, VAT and excise duties are not paid. 4 steps to become the resident. First, a company makes an application for the status of a resident, a business plan, and a set of necessary constituent documents. Second, the project is considered and approved by the Supervisory Board of the Special Economic Zone. Third, the project is considered by the Expert Council of the Ministry of Economic Development of the Russian Federation. Fourth, following the decision of the Expert Council, the Ministry of Economic Development and the management company make an agreement with a potential resident on technical and innovative activities in the territory of SEZ. 4 priority areas for residence projects and activities are the following: information technology and electronics, medicine and biotechnology, nanotechnology and new materials, resource-saving technologies. At the moment, there are 57 companies which work on projects within the 4 areas in the territory of Tomsk Special Economic Zone. The amount of applied private investments in the residence projects was 25 billion rubles.
It's not surprising that it is there where Nokia Siemens has seen the startup of its first in Russia production. I think there are such brand companies whose participation in one or another regional project indicates if the project is promising or not.
More than 1,000 working places have been created. 10 projects in progress are financed by foreign capital. In total, about 100 residents will be registered in the SEZ territory. Micron company was among the first to enter the Tomsk Special Economic Zone. 20 years ago, this research and production company staked on microwave electronics and did not lose. Today, it is the leader in the Russian microelectronics market. 1,000 highly skilled employees work in 3 areas of the company's activity: equipment of digital radio relay lines, control and measurement equipment, and microwave electronics. We focus on the equipment and frequency range of up to 100 GHz. In future, we are going to move on to higher frequencies. Monolithic integrated gallium arsenide-based circuits, the key Micron's products, are made of wafers of 100 mm diameter. On a national scale, it is a unique technology, as other manufacturers can only make ones of 76 mm diameter. The bigger the wafer, the cheaper the elements, integral for any device with transmitter-receiver, from mobile phones to computers and alarm systems. Welcome to the wireless world of Micron.
First of all, Tomsk is a great city with a good potential of innovation. We are getting a great support from Micron.
In December 2011, Nokia Siemens Networks and Micron set up an LTE base station manufacturing facility for 4G wireless communication in the Tomsk Special Economic Zone. It means that the days of a rather slow internet access via smartphones and iPads will soon be gone. Mobile operators using LTE standard will be able to provide the data transfer rate similar to that we can get through cable lines on a desktop computer. The project, launched in Tomsk, is first of all meant for the Russian market, which is still asleep. The task of waking the market up has been partly carried out by Nokia Siemens and Micron. At least they arranged the video conversation with Moscow, which proved that 4G in Tomsk is a real thing.
Россия, Сибирь, теперь давай крупно, бери правее Парижа, левее Токио. Здесь Томская область всегда доступна, у нас 4G делают Siemens и Nokia.
After 4G advent, the network capacity will increase dramatically and people will receive the HD delay-free TV signal. Ellicott Devices company has done enough preparation for that. A special device called set-top box can make digital technology available for any TV. The main advantage of digital TV is the image quality. Option to pause and record live programs or record them in advance. Stopping the moment on demand is not the only purpose of home information communicator. It can replace DVD player, telephone or payment terminal. Here is the list of services that can be available without leaving the sofa. Passport renewal, temporary registration, payment of a fine, online shopping. A special ID card ensures the safety of transactions.
У каждого человека
Every person will have a password to enter and use. The work on these new technologies started 5-7 years prior to its market appearance. For example, first VCD video player was launched in 1995. First codecs for Blu-ray discs were introduced in 2002. Now the codecs developed by Elecard are used in almost all media players. The company offers development and licensing of technologies for a wide range of digital video operations: recording, copying, holding, networking and broadcasting. According to Andrei Pozdnyakov, so far over 9,000 companies from 83 countries have licensed something in Elecard.
Среди наших клиентов
Probably all IT companies from Fortune 500 list are among our customers. Apple, Google, Microsoft, IBM, Intel and anyone else. If we speak about companies' variety and appeal, I think only Kaspersky Laboratory can come near us. 3D glasses-free TV is another headline solution by Elecard, widely discussed today.
Для того, чтобы создать
Another data type is added to the video stream to create an illusion of dimension without special glasses. The data are similar to color and brightness, but indicates remoteness. The position of objects in space defines the saturation of dark color. Things situated close to a viewer are lighter. Something located further is darker. When the depth map is combined with screen image in real time, you'll get the 3D effect.
и методику, и уже готовые программные решения, которые...
We offer both methods and ready-made software solutions, which help convert video made with two cameras or watching with glasses to the format for the devices without glasses.
объема без очков.
The software solution has been already packed in the box carried by the Tomsk Special Economic Zone resident, pioneering the world's market. So leaders of media sector are invited to see with their own eyes the TV of the future in full. To the future on a perfect transport, which is cost-efficient, eco-friendly and working without noise. New transfer gears make it all possible. The Tomsk SEZ resident technology market is planning a revolution in machine industry by creating an eccentric cycloid drive, a brand new type of gear tooth system. Our tooth gearing, called eccentric cycloid gearing, has convex-concave contact, which provides low unit pressure compared to the involute one, which has convex-convex contact, and low unit pressure enables to transmit high capacities. The involute tooth system, invented 200 years ago, had tooth profiles outlined along the involute of a circle. Tooth action of each pair takes place at the only contact point. At a rather high efficiency factor, over 97%, the involute gear has a relatively low load capacity, and increased profiles were caused by sliding in the tooth action. Here are typical breakdowns, resulting in noise and faulty operation of the whole transmission gear. The circle is going down, the cycloid without sliding. The pattern is used by design engineers of technology market as a basis for a new type of tooth gearing. After several years of calculations and experiments, the mechanism with eccentric cycloid gearing gives the efficiency factor of 99.9%. One of the high efficiency factor criteria is a noise-free feature. We got the efficiency factor of rolling. It's like a bearing going down. As we are talking about rolling, the requirements for lubrication are much lower. The higher the efficiency factor, the smaller the size, weight and price. Such transmission gears are made of plastic as well, promises Viktor Stanovskoy. Innovative reduction gears can be used for food processing equipment, helicopters, trains and of course motor transport. For example, first Yomobiles, hybrids and renewed Belazes with Tomsk-made gears have been launched. Eccentric cycloid gearing is a basic solution. Reduction engineering accounts for 30% of machine industry. Eccentric cycloid gearing may take up from 5 to 50% or even more in reduction engineering in years to come. The corporate scientific center of chemical engineering, NIOST, has taken advantages of work at the special economic zone before others. In April 2006, a subsidiary of Sibur Holding became the first resident of Tomsk SEZ.
We haven't had to pay property tax for 5 years or transport tax for 10 years, but the most important benefit of the residency is a total exemption from customs duties. About 1.3 billion rubles have been invested in NIOST, and just under 1 billion rubles have been spent on the purchase of the equipment. Only due to customs fee privileges, we have saved 360 million rubles.
NIOST's mission is to look for and find new process solutions, so that they help each of the 30 enterprises of the Russian largest petrochemical holding company to make products competitive in the world market. The search and development of know-how for the production of polymeric materials undergo all the stages, from in vitro experiments, synthesis of a matter with target properties, to launching of pilot lots to be tested with potential customers and getting feedback.
If a new composite material is being developed, how can we estimate its properties? We carry out tests of the material, see that material we got really has the improved impact resistance, and after that it can be used in bumper production.
Rubber for tires, providing better holding on slippery road. Polyolefin materials for strong, inexpensive and eco-friendly package. To create new and renewed polymers, plastics, composite materials, NIOST needs both raw products and chance for testing its solutions on the spot. One cannot imagine a better site for the research company than that, next to production facilities, Tomsk Neftekhim in that case. Anyway, another strong reason in favor of placing the Sibur's subsidiary in Tomsk was a human resource factor.
It is well known that 1 in 5 or 6 citizens of the city is a student. When we were about to make a decision on NIOST location in Tomsk, we reckoned that Tomsk universities can provide us with personnel to make R&D center work to the full.
Currently, the project of creating the special economic zone in Tomsk is being actively put into practice. Supply, sewage systems and telecommunications are to be installed soon, as well as construction of road facilities, access, warehouses, safety fences and customs terminal. Customs infrastructure has been put into operation. The regime of a free customs zone has been applied. In 2008, the Center for Innovations and Technologies, with the total area of more than 13,000 square meters, was introduced at the southern site for the organization of Special Economic Zone residents' work. In 2010, the Engineering Center, with a total area of 17,000 square meters, was put into operation. The construction of the Innovation and Research Center is to be completed. Currently, there are 57 residents carrying out their activities in full force. NIOST and ZPoly Tomsk have already built their own processing facilities on the northern side. 7 other companies are all set to turn up at building plots. On the whole, about 100 companies will be able to become residents of the special economic zone.
Of course, for the stop-up period, while a company is getting the resident status, we can offer a land plot to rent, the one the company needs to implement its project. Then the company has its facilities designed, reviewed by the state experts, and built. The projects planned by the company are put into practice, and after putting into operation all the planned projects, the resident gets the right to take possession of the land plot at residual value. Today's price is about 500,000 rubles per hectare.
The construction of infrastructure is to be completed in 2012. The residents are planning to create about 10,000 working places till 2025. The production output is expected to be 37 billion rubles. The amount of taxes paid to different budgets is to be over 4.5 billion rubles. As of today, the SEZ residents have paid about 370 million rubles of taxes to budgets of different levels.
The special economic zone has become a flag under which a lot of companies make a decision to launch new production in the territory of Tomsk SEZ. So it is a driving force which helps attract new investments, creates good investment climate, sets high business standards and enables investors to implement their full-scale projects.
The mission of the Tomsk SEZ to form a unique environment for active development of innovative business is possible. Tomsk has or is going to have everything we need for that. One can just look at today's ultra-modern design of the special economic zone and remember that only 5 years have passed since its foundation stone was laid. Here is the image of the special economic zone of technical and innovative type Tomsk in the nearest future. Elaborate logistics, comfortable offices, modern production premises, picturesque parks, public gardens, ponds, recreation zones. The main thing that Tomsk as a city of students already has today is a great army of highly educated, active and creative youth. It means that investors who have decided to develop their business in Tomsk Oblast will not have troubles finding qualified human resources. The special economic zone is an optimal point for science-intensive production in the territory of Russian Federation. In fact, the creation of the special economic zone for Tomsk Oblast is the formation of a new industry. One can remember that the development of oil industry in the region had triggered the boom in the new production operations and led to prosperous social life in Tomsk Oblast. If we recall rakish period of 1990s, it is well known that the gas program, a new industry sector of Tomsk Oblast, helped our economy survive. So the creation of special economic zone is an opportunity to form and develop high technology sectors and look to the future with optimism. So, if you have ideas of producing innovative products or you are sure your business needs growing and developing, welcome to Tomsk.